Hi, my name is Max Saunders, and I'm 22 years old and a legal studies major at Temple University. And when I was 14 months old, I was adopted by two loving and caring parents from Santiago, Chile. I was raised in the faith of Judaism, and at the age of 13, I was bar mitzvahed. I continued to study the religion and furthered my understanding of the culture, customs, and values. I started off my college career at Georgetown University, where I planned to study architecture. Georgetown helped me to better develop myself as a person and helped me to understand exactly what field of study I wanted to enter. After Georgetown, I took a year off to work at Becker School Supplies, where I was a project manager and supervisor of the packers and shippers that distributed the supplies to schools. I also oversaw the production of materials such as cribs and furniture that were manufactured and sent all over the country to different elementary schools, preschools, and daycares. After my year at Becker School Supplies, I went back into the education system where I attended the Community College of Philadelphia. At the Community College of Philadelphia, I took up more classes in law to better understand exactly what field of law I wanted to focus my studies on. After a year at community college, I decided to further my education at Temple University. I am currently in the Fox School of Business and hope to one day get into law school. By attending Temple University, I hope to get into a great law school, and I hope to be one day a defense attorney, either in the city of Philadelphia. The reason I wanted to enter the field of law was so that I could be part of the justice system and make sure that people convicted of crimes are given the right to be defended and to be innocent until proven guilty. What is a significant accomplishment in my life? I don't have many significant accomplishments, but one of the most recent and most dear to my heart was my ability to beat my friends and colleagues at fantasy sports, especially fantasy hockey and fantasy football, which had an incentive of a payout of over $250. It is significant in my life because I am an avid sports fan of the top four major sports, including baseball, hockey, football, and basketball. Fantasy sports is a way to express our love of the game and our knowledge of certain players and teams, along with the competitive nature that it brings about, and it enables us to beat our friends, belittle them, and humiliate them, and also collect a prize at the end of the year. It's very satisfying to have been a champion in both leagues, fantasy hockey and fantasy football, because it made me feel good inside, and it made me have a sense of an ability to lead a team, despite the fact that the players were in no way under my control. However, it is something that we've been doing for years, and to finally have won is just a major accomplishment and gives me a sense of pride and gives me a sense that I can do it. Along with being a champion in fantasy sports, another accomplishment came early in my life when I was 13 years old. This accomplishment was being bar mitzvahed. In the Jewish culture, it is customary for boys and girls to be bar mitzvahed at the age of 13 to enter a state of manhood. This accomplishment was hard put out, and the effort and time I put into it was significant, and it also was costly to me and my family, but the end result was very significant and made me happy and proud to have accomplished such a tough journey of learning the Torah and learning how it fit into my life. At the end, I was able to celebrate with all my family and friends at a huge event, and it will always be a part of my life and be a major significant accomplishment. What have I learned in class? One of the main things I've learned in class is how to be a great leader, a motivator, and innovator. Through the book and through the PowerPoint slides and lectures, I've learned that one of the main components to being a leader is being able to be confident and having the confidence to motivate your team to do well, and just as importantly, getting to know your team and how they respond to certain situations. As a leader, you must also be able to fix problems As a leader, you must be able to work through problems that come in a blink of an eye. In the Wall Street Journal, we learned about two different corporations, Microsoft and Apple, and how the CEOs are incapable of being innovators and how that has hurt the company in the long run and the short run. Able to be successful, you must think outside the box and be able to come up with products, ideas, and ways to motivate that might not be the norm and might not be best on paper, but produce a great result. In the movie Miracle, we saw the effectiveness of the coach's leadership and how he truly got to know his players, especially his goalie, and how he was able to bring out his skills and what he stood for in order to him to lead the team to great success. Another way I learned how to be a great leader and how to be part of a team was through the group project. The group project helped us to work together as individuals that prior to the project had no idea of who each person was. We learned a lot about each other, and we learned to develop certain skills such as being able to meet on time and being able to focus and draw up plans on how we were going to be successful in our project.